All right, so this will be the deep hip rotators. The deep hip rotators are under glute max. Glute max is the big butt cheek. The deep hip rotators are deeper by the hip socket. There's 6 of them, and the most popular one everyone knows is piriformis. And that's the one that, when piriformis is chronically tense, sciatic nerve goes through piriformis, like penetrates it, goes through it. So the tension in piriformis will put pressure on sciatic nerve. Another cause of sciatica would be the SI joint is offset, and so you're getting, impingement, something's touching the nerve from up in the joint. And that has to do with what we're talking about driving, like the pelvis gets pulled apart from stretching so much, and then you go drive and it rotates and rotates and puts pressure on it. So the fix is going to be to reset the SI joint and or release the deep hip rotators. It kind of depends on what's causing it. So this video will be the deep hip rotators, and then I'll show you an activation of the outer hip that will help to reset the pelvis. So we'll try to do both. So depends on your flexibility. If you can, we'll start on the left side. So bring your right heel in, and then left heel on top of a block that's right in front of you like this. It should be right in front of you, like the way your pelvis is pointed, that's the way the block is pointed. Bring the outer heel on the block and the rest of the foot off the block. More away from you. Move the block away from you. Yeah.
Kind of bend the knee 90 degrees.
Yeah, or a little more, 90 or 100. Pull the foot on the block, pull the toes back, pull the outer edge of the foot back. So that's the distinction between inversion and eversion. So do eversion. Opposite arm rested behind you, and just kind of lean on it so the front body can relax. Near side arm, take your fingers right under your bum. Should be somewhere between your ischium and your greater trochanter. The ischium is the sitting bone. The greater trochanter is the outer hip. Somewhere between the outer hip and the sitting bone. Right in that crevice where you can almost dig your fingers in.
There's like a little valley there.
Yes. So toes back, outer edge of the heel back, and the knee, push it down. And release. Push it down and release. Push down, release. Continue. Never lift the knee up, just push down, let it go. Push down, let it go. Push down, let it go. In the beginning, you're going to feel the glute engaging. So try to push down less. Squeeze your pelvic floor, meaning mula bandha, pull your perineum in and up, and that'll help you find the deep hip rotators. You're looking for, it'll be just a couple lines of muscles, deeper than the glute max is a surface muscle, so it's like a sheet of paper over the whole butt cheek. The deep hip rotators are right in line with the pelvic floor. They're little, they're thin, they're lines. So you're looking just gently, almost gently, cut your effort in half, do less effort. Gently pulse your knee down, release, down, release, down, release, down, release. If you need to go slower, go slower. Down, release, down, release. Really rely on the opposite arm so that your front body can relax. Down, release. Even think knee goes wide, so reach your knee wide, down, release, wide, down, release. Just a little bit. And let's switch sides. We'll come back, we'll do 2 sets on both sides. So switch your legs. Like I said, if you're not as flexible, you can always straighten the bottom leg. Or bring your heel in. Body faces forward on the block, outer heel's on the block, rest of the foot's off the block. Lean on the opposite hand, near side hand, fingers in the crevice of the butt. Pull your toes back, pull the outer edge of your foot back, and then push your knee down, release. Down, release. Down, release.
Wow. There's some little time.
Yeah. And it'll be different left and right side.
Mm-hmm.
And pay attention if the glute is turning on, so less effort. You'll do so little effort that the muscle stops turning on, so then you need to do a little more effort. So you find that balance between what's the minimum I can do that the muscle turns on. And it will help if you're quiet, close your eyes and visualize. Down, release. Down, release. Reach your knee wide as you push it down. Drop your tongue. Good. Focus. Deep hip. Deep hip. Squeeze your pelvic floor in and up will help you find the deep hip muscles. Down, release. Down. Good. You might feel your adductors start to let go. Good. All right, take a break. Set your block wide. Both outer heels on the block. You can, I like to sometimes, if my wrists are getting sore from so much hand balance, you can do fists or anything. Sometimes I just close the fingers, so I'm like a bear paw. Just something to try. Outer heels, pull both toes back, outer edges of both feet back, reach your knees wide, lift and lower, lift and lower, lift and lower. Reach your knees wide to help lift you up. Lift and lower, lift and lower. Visualize your pelvis, feel if it's symmetric. Make it symmetric in your mind. Good. As little effort as possible. Try not to use your hips so much as just reach your knees wide and the deep hip muscles. Good. You might only lift up just barely at half an inch. Good. And then lift and hold. Maybe bounce a little bit at the top. Reach your knees wide. Let the reaching wide is what lifts your hips up. Lower down. Good. So really good for opening your lotus pose or your, this pose, Baddha Konasana. That might be the end of the activation of the video. We continue with the workshop. That's good for the activation. So if you like that, send me a message, comment, subscribe. You know what to do.